Welcome back to another Diablo Immortal video. Today I have 4 topics for you that I want to touch on, starting with runes inside of the game, particularly the drop rate regarding and around those runes. First things first, we do have some new runes: ENT, DRO, VOX, RAE, and ECE. These are the next stage of runes, and they're going to be giving us better base attributes. These ones up to 5%, 5%, and this last one also up to 5%. So as we go down further and further down this list, the least desirable are going to be up top, the most desirable are going to be on the bottom, and this seems to be how it's going to continuously go as we get better and better runes inside of the game. But the issue is the drop rate of these runes. Why are we not able to get a lot of them? And if we take a look over here, there's a post on Reddit. I want to give a little love to Why Try. He's someone that has been a great person in the community, become a good friend, and also someone that puts great builds together. He has a Discord server called the Revenants Discord. I'll be linking it down below. It's just a great Diablo Immortal community of really good people. So if you want to go follow that, that's cool. But he brought this up to me yesterday about drop rates. Now, obviously, this became a big thread over on Reddit, so I just wanted to bring it up right here. You increase drop rates or whatever in Verge and Erebon. Just completed 10 level 8 runs with several chests opened after reaching max and not a single rune. Essentially, I don't need to go through and read the whole thing here, but what he's talking about is the rune drops in the 2 new game modes are actually not dropping as many runes or any runes as they were supposed to. And as we know from the patch notes, we were supposed to see an increased drop rate in these runes. So when you come over and you do some of the Erebon or some of the Abyssal Verge, we want to see a lot of runes dropping from there, and we're not seeing that. Now, it's not only that one Reddit post that's saying that, it's also not only the comments as well, but I have personal friends who have reached out with their experience, having run 50 of these and just not getting any runes from it whatsoever. So clearly the increased rune drop is not what people were expecting. Could this be balanced in the future? Could there be an issue? First of all, yes, there could be an issue, and that just needs a quick patch. Could it be there needs to be more of an increase? I think there does need to be more of an increase in rune drops, but we'll see how that goes over time. I just wanted to address that as the first topic inside of today's video. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about today has to do with the accursed towers. Now, prior to this update, we had just locked down 2 accursed towers as a clan. We were just starting to get our rewards. I think we were literally just like 1 day into it. I'm talking about right over here. Go over to the battle map, and you know what? We're not holding any towers anymore. With the server merge, it seems that any ownership of the accursed towers was lost. I don't recall seeing this anywhere in patch notes or mentioned anywhere. So as a clan, we are the Scrappy Echoes clan inside of the Iceburn tier server, if anyone's looking to join as a top level player. We put in a lot of time. I can't say that I did myself personally. I don't want to take credit where it was not due, but a lot of players from the clan put in the work to own 2 of these towers, and I was able to, as a clan member, reap the rewards of the experience and getting any of the rewards that you get from the accursed towers. But then the server merge came, and we went in, and oh my gosh, we have nothing occupied. Essentially, the server merge knocked out any ownership of accursed towers, which was frustrating because not only because we were getting the rewards and we weren't, but it was like a week-long thing to attain those towers, and then it was just gone after 1 day. So I would have loved a little notice there. It was probably something that was overlooked, being something that's not a primary element of the game. Like it's not something that stands out. Probably was overlooked, not the biggest deal, but something that I did want to mention because many of you are probably in a very similar spot. Third thing to address here today is the market. So you guys know that I just ran 100 legendary crests, and I've been selling a bunch of legendary gems. We actually did make some sales. The value on these though are okay at best. I'm not really focusing as much on 1 and 2 star gems though, more on the 5-star gems. Notice we have a bunch of 5-star gems that we could sell right here, but the values are all not very good. Now, Concentrated Will, that's typically for a while now been a low priced gem, focusing on dash skills only. It's what I would expect. But you know, when we take a look at something like a 3-star Spiteful Blood, look at the value here, 34,000. When you look at the Maw of the Deep, check this out, 37.9. I bought this Maw of the Deep myself about a month ago, planning to use it, and it was 45,000 platinum. And back then, I got the steal of the day. I felt like I got that gem so cheap. Now they're going for 37K. We also have the new gem, Storm Vault, 2-star, things at 31,000 platinum. Now, these are 2 stars, right? But let's take a look. What does a Bottled Hope look like? 4-star Bottled Hope, 100K platinum. Not that great for a 4-star. Now, maybe a lot of people are waiting for the 5 stars to come. How about a Gloom? Gloom has some good value. When we take a look at what I'm actually looking at, Blood-Soaked Jades, look at the price here. 48,000. How is this so cheap? This Blood-Soaked Jade. 45,000 platinum right there. That is absolutely insane. I should actually probably pick that one up. And right here, a 3-star Blood-Soaked Jade, 48,000. Now, a lot of people only care about the 2 stars because they want to just feed their gem, whether they already have a 3, a 4, or a 5-star. They just want to feed it up and get it full so that they can then make it as max as possible. This is the cheapest I have ever seen a Blood-Soaked Jade here in the market. Very much debating just picking that one up myself. That would leave me with 45 minus 111. Yeah. I'm also, by the way, for visibility here, I'm trying to get myself up to a 4 out of 5 star or a 5 out of 5 star Blood-Soaked Jade. That's one of my next moves. As you saw, we were trying to do that with the Gloom as well as the Bottled Hope as well. So the markets with this merging of servers has not gotten better as I would have hoped. It's actually gone down. Now, we do have a lot more flow of gems. That's really nice, but the actual value we're getting from them is quite low. All right, the last topic that I want to talk about is AFK farming. I know that this is a discussion that's been had over here on my server, the Iceburn tier server, which is, like I said, a bunch of big clans with a bunch of big players have come in and now been part of this new server family, the whole new server cluster, which is absolutely amazing. I think it's a great thing for the game to continuously do this, minus the little hiccups that we get along the way. But how does that have to do with farming? Think about it. We all have our favorite spots to farm on the map. I'm not telling you what my favorite ones are anymore because then you guys are going to infiltrate it and I'm never going to get in. But whether you're in the Southern Dreadlands, whether you're farming something in the Frozen Tundra, or you like Storm Point, or maybe you like the Library of Zoltan, cool. When we have all of these servers, let's say 6 servers combining into one, this is going to be a lot of people that are active players now being crunched in together on one map. And when you think about farming groups, typically in groups of 4, and you're farming an area, keeping the spawns coming, and you're getting some good loot. And it's actually I absolutely love farming with a party. It's fun to do. Now, with this, we've always had issues of AFK farmers. AFK farmers are people who will stick themselves in a corner and just essentially sit there all day and have their pets or their affects kind of take out things around them, and they'll farm up some gear passively. It's like an AFK way of playing the game. It is not the most efficient way to farm by any means, but it is completely hands-off. What this does is it messes up the farm for everyone that's trying to farm that area, meaning it's making the spawn rates mess up and it's just not allowing them to effectively farm that space. We saw this happening a lot in the past, but now with the server merge happening, we're going to see a lot more players, and with a lot more players, we have a lot more farmers, and we have a lot more AFK farmers. So on our server, I was given word. Now this is server specific, but it's something you should really think about. On our server, if AFK farmers are found, I'm hoping that people will give them a benefit of the doubt the first time and say, you know, stop AFK farmer, something's gonna happen. But they're saying that they're gonna start reporting players that are AFK farming. What could this lead to? It could potentially lead to players being banned from the game, whether it be a 7-day ban or what, because of a mass reporting situation. Now, you guys know that I'm not a fan of mass reporting. I don't like how you could have a massive number of people get angry at someone for whatever reason. If it's AFK farming, if it's that someone's been an immortal and you have jealousy come into the play, or people feeling that immortalship was not actually earned properly, you could mass report anybody inside of the game, and then they could have to deal with the effects of that, meaning they could have to deal with the ban, and by the time you actually deal with the ban's already over. It's been a 7-day, and it messes up your progress inside of the game. If you're an immortal, it messes up you being able to maintain that immortalship, and it's a problem. So I don't particularly like the whole mass reporting to get something done inside of the game. I do feel that it's nice that players have the ability to report someone, but it can very much be abused. So because of this, I'm hoping that Blizzard, with the mass reporting, now if Blizzard's AI finds something and they ban someone, there really should be a person there looking at that saying, yes, this is legit, ban. The same thing should be happening with this mass reporting. If mass reporting is happening, there has to be an actual person on the other side checking out, diving into it, and looking at what the mass reports were about and confirming that it is actually happening before people just getting banned because they were mass reported. Again, this can be used in an aggressive way. People could do this in a negative way just to get someone booted from the game for really any reason. If you have enough influence inside of the game, if you have a big enough family inside of the game, and there's someone that just pisses you off for whatever the reason may be, you could go mass report them and they could potentially have to deal with something. So with this being said, I wanted to just put the courtesy out to let everyone know that AFK farming is probably not the best idea of things to do. It's probably not the best thing to do right now, especially when you have a lot of people trying to farm an area. I could also say it's probably not the most courteous thing to do either, to just place yourself somewhere and to reap some rewards and mess up the farm for other people. So that was just a little discussion about mass reporting, how I think it needs to be looked at a little bit, and what's going on our server, so that anyone that does play on this new server cluster is aware that if they are AFK farming or even like passive farming and not really being part of the farm, that they could potentially have to deal with that. So that's probably a huge discussion that could open up a whole thing of what Blizzard should be doing to look at things. But at the end of the day, I wanted to share that with all of you. With all of this being said, we look at Reddit, we look at social networks, we even look at YouTube videos, and we often see a lot of negativity. It's very easy to pick on things wrong with the game and to overlook things that are great with the game. So I want to just go out and say that I'm still very much enjoying Diablo Immortal. There's zero chance of me leaving the game at this point in time. I'm absolutely loving it. I like the new mechanics. I like the server merge overall. Were there a couple of issues that happened with the merge? Yes, there were. And is that going to happen? Yes, it is. But overall, I'm very positive on Diablo Immortal. I'm feeling great about it. I'm enjoying making videos and playing the game now more than I ever have, and it's only getting better with time. Are there things that need to be worked out? Of course. Are there kinks in the road that are going to hopefully be straightened? Yes, of course there are. And we could hope that Blizzard and NetEase will deal with some of these issues while bringing new stuff to the game, rather than just continuously bring new thing, and not fixing some of the issues that have been there with the old. So just trying to send that positive vibe out there and to let all of us know that, let's remember that although things may frustrate us with the game, or with any game, or with anything, let's try and look at it from a positive standpoint and enjoy what we're doing. At the end of the day, we are playing a game, and we should enjoy that experience, and it shouldn't be an extra stress to us. I appreciate all of you as a community. I really do. I think that you're great. Very excited to play with all of you big players, and all of you new players that joined the server and that got in on this merge. I think it's very exciting, and it's going to bring a lot to the game for us in the Iceburn tier and in the Scrappy Echoes. So welcome, or I should say, well, you didn't come to us. We all just merged together, but really excited, guys. I'll see you later on today with another video, or maybe tomorrow.